All right. So you are the personal representative of a property that you just either inherited or you're responsible for making sure that you have properly taken care of the estate. So what are the things that you need to do to be able to sell your house in probate? Who are the people that you need to know to have on your team to be able to make a successful transaction? Can you even sell the property while it is in probate? What is going on, everyone? This is Courtney Rollins from Estate Pro Service, as well as the host of Life and Transitions Experts podcast. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to look at probate, property that's in probate in North Carolina, and what are the steps that you can take, or who are the people, 6 people that you need to consider to have on your team if you're going to have a successful transaction, or to ensure stronger assurance that you're going to have success in your transaction. All right, so let's go here. Let's go ahead and get into it. Again, as the Durham County probate expert, I would love to help you and your family navigate the probate process. If you are here because you are a community member that is a professional in this field as well, this is a great place for you to be, because this is dedicated to helping professionals grow their business, and those professionals are committed to helping families and people through life's biggest changes like probate or estate planning, so that we can protect more of our wealth and keep it with us. The hard-earned money, we can make sure it's used in the way we want it to be used. So let's jump in. All right. So what is probate? Let's take a step back. This may be your first time even recognizing probate. Probate is the process of settling the estate of a deceased party. Now, this includes all personal property, real property, as well as settling any debts or claims that are against the estate. So whenever there are folks who leave this world and they still owe money to different people and places, those creditors have the right to put a claim against the estate and to have that paid off. And quite often what folks will find is that if someone has property in the estate, that's the biggest asset that belonged to the deceased party. And so selling that property will give the funds and resources to be able to pay off the debt that's owed. Also, sometimes in the will, it is instructed that the property is to be sold so that the equity or the proceeds from there can be divided out amongst the folks who are inheriting, or the heirs of the asset. So to be able to do that, probate is the legal process, the legal remedy for actually doing this properly, because you have to have, someone has to be able to legally say, hey, I can sell this property that's not in my name, but as the personal representative, you are representing the estate, and that gives you authority to do that. Now, the time frame varies greatly depending on several factors, how much authority that you have, what step in the probate process, if you've opened it, has happened. Is anyone actually contesting the sale? There are several factors that need to take place to make sure that when you do sell it, that the new property owner has a clear title. Now, don't feel overwhelmed when you look at this list, because contact us at Estate Pro Service wherever you are in the nation, particularly if you're in Durham County, North Carolina. But we can help you out in any place that you are, because we are connected to a national registry of vetted estate professionals. And the first person on the team that we are recommending is a probate attorney, someone who specifically specializes in probate. And again, reach out to us if you want an awesome referral. We'll make sure that we make that we'll Zoom, or if we're out of state, or if we're definitely in Durham, North Carolina, walk you in shoulder to shoulder with you and the attorney to make sure that actually we're going to make sure you're the right fit first. So understanding your situation is primary, so that we can make sure that you have the right type of attorney for the right type of situation. So that's number one, the probate attorney. Number two, a real estate professional. Now, again, just like probate attorney, you're not legally required to have an attorney. You're not legally required to have a real estate professional help you sell your property if you are doing it on your own. However, selling real estate transaction, again, through probate or just by itself, is a large transaction. And depending on what your goals are, you're still going to need some type of professional, whether it's a cash buyer or it's a agent who's going to list and try to maximize the dollars. The cash buyer is usually going to offer you speed and convenience, which is quite often what a lot of families are looking for when they all of a sudden have the responsibility of a property, or there's debt that needs to be paid quickly that continues to accumulate. So having a cash buyer is awesome. But if time is not an issue for you, or if you have some funds to maybe fix up the property and actually put many eyes on there and you're looking for top dollar, then a listing agent brokerage is important for you. Great thing is on our team, we have both of those accessible to us. We are buyers and we are connected, and we can list your property as well. Depends on what your options are. We're not going to try to force you into any box that doesn't fit your situation. And that's why it's so important to have someone on your team that is going to be able to do that, as well as understands the intricacies of probate in North Carolina or whichever jurisdiction you're in. Another person you're going to need on your team is a contractor. So contractors, anyone who's performing some type of service to help get that property ready to be sold. And again, on our hub, we have deep connection with contractors that aren't going to bust you in the head. And then, of course, you'll need a title company or escrow company. This is a place that's going to ensure that the property has clear title and you're able to transfer it over. And they are hopefully you'll have one that understands the probate process as well. And I know I sound like a broken record here, but another reason why I think the service we provide is so important, because of the vetted professionals who understand the probate process on our team which will help us have a smoother transaction. And again, I've been chiming off about Estate Pro Service so long. Having a company like Estate Pro Service in your area that's more than just, let me buy your house, let me buy your house, but a professional service provider and a probate expert is going to offer you more than the average buyer is going to offer you. And that's why we highly recommend that you find someone in your area or reach out to us so we can help you find those folks. We try to listen before we start speaking. I got big head and big ears. If you're watching on YouTube, you can attest to that. And so we come in with a heart, head, hands-on approach. Triple H, like the game. Oh, wrestling fans right there. So Triple H. We lead with our heart and listening. That requires a ton of listening to figure out what your situation is. And then the head allows us to think and analyze and provide options based on what your wishes are. And we get to work with our hands. We also help families that are transitioning. Maybe there's someone who's moving out of the property and they need support going into another place, or long-term care, or downsizing or upgrading. We can help with that. Of course, selling the house fast, that's our bread and butter as local investors. We also help get the property emptied out, cleaned out, make sure if you need personal property to go through auction or sell, or if you just want to make sure that it's getting rid of in a proper way, we can do that as well. And of course, like I said, selling that property for top dollar, making sure it's listed and getting out there, the best bang for your buck is part of what we do. And another thing that's so important is helping you and your family preserve the wealth that you have now, and helping you avoid probate by connecting you with certified financial planners and CPAs that have your goals in mind. So that's it for this short episode. Would love for you to join our community for more resources at Life and Transitions Experts Facebook community, right? Also, would love for you, if you're on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you're listening to this platform, to follow us. Give us a 5-star review. Give us feedback, help us grow. We really appreciate it. If you are an investor and you are looking to see how you can provide services or market to families, reach out to me at doreideals.com. I have sales systems and scripts that I'm not selling any products. We're just giving those away for free to make sure that we're doing our part by so many people share with me. I want to be able to share as well the tips and strategies that I've found to be successful in my ventures. And last but not least, again, if you want to be a member or a guest on the show, reach out to me at Life and Transitions Experts. I'm on Instagram, same name. Also, my personal name, Courtney Rollins, IG, if you're interested in that. Would love to chat with you. Would love to connect with you and be a part of your journey. Courtney Rollins, rising tides, it lifts all sails.